Leetcode question, palindrome partitioning, and this is a median Leetcode question. So giving a string S, partition S, such that every substring of the partition is a palindrome. Return all possible palindrome partitioning of S. So if you take a look at the example is, a palindrome string is a string that reads the same backward as forward. So a palindrome is like AA, you read it backward, it's also AA, right? So if you give an example string AAB, and when you partitioning it, you can partition into AAB. And AAB are all palindromes because they read the same forward as backward. So they all considered. And then the next way is you slicing it into AA and B. So AA is palindrome and B is palindrome. And there's 3 characters here. If you want to continue to slicing it, it's AAB, right? But AAB is not a palindrome, so it's not included in the answer. And another example, the string is A, and you slicing into A, and the A is a palindrome, so you only have one combination, so you return the answer. And there's some constraint here, and this is a question asked by Amazon and Google, these companies, this amount of times in the past 6 months. If you look at this question, using one of the example, right? Let me show you. It's AAB. So the way you want to slice it is, you can basically easily do this from by using depth search. And when you do depth search, you want to slicing it as first time when you go through it, you want to slicing it as A, and then the remainder character. So you want to pass through 2 parameters. One is the string itself, and then the second one is basically the path, the subset. And if you slicing them at the beginning with the first character, right? And then you left this AB for the remainder, and then you can continue to run depth search on the AB and until the end of the entire string. Like you also then the next step, you're gonna repeat to run depth search on B, and after the entire cycle. When you run the depth search and when you complete the entire depth search on this once, that's the time that you want to append the result. Like you have A, B, you append the result to the end result that you're looking for. Basically, this is one type of combination. Then you want to continue the depth search and basically a string, right? I already tried to slice the string this way one by one, right? And then the next time I'm gonna increase the slicing partitioning. I'm gonna partitioning it into 2 parts and a 2 character, right? And I'm gonna do AA as the first part, and then I'm gonna check if this is a palindrome. If it is, I'm gonna continue to run depth search on the remainder characters, and it is a palindrome as well. So in the end, there's nothing left in the character, because every time when you do the depth search, you check on these characters, the characters will remove from the string, right? So the base condition that we want to do when we want to terminate the loop is that once you complete the entire string, so like the second case, you finish AA and you also finish B. You finish the entire string, and then that's the time that you can append the result to the result that you're looking for. And also, then the third time you're going to run it is you're going to run slicing by slicing 3, because we did a 1 and then we also did 2, and then the third time you can do 3 times. And then you can check if this is a palindrome. If it is a palindrome, continue the depth first search. If not, simply no need to do anything. So that's basically the thought process, and it's pretty straightforward, and I'll show you how to do it in code. So I'm gonna define the depth first search function. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna pass two parameters. One is the string, and the other one is the path or subset, basically whatever you want to call it. And the string is AAB, originally passed to, right? And then the pass is whatever part of the pass that you get. And if the pass is A, and then the string will have AB left, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna say define a base condition. Remember that we mentioned that when I finish slicing up the entire string, so when there's nothing left in the string, I'm gonna append the result of the path to the end result. Basically, I'm gonna append AAB to one of the result. So that is the base case actually. So if not else, then I'm gonna rest append the path. Yep, that's the time I want to finish this loop. So then I'm gonna partition it for I in range. So I'm gonna set a range for the I, which how I'm gonna partitioning this. So I'm gonna start from index 1 and also the length s plus 1. The reason is because how the string is sliced, and you will see when I write this in code, and you will understand why it has to be starting from 1 and length plus 1 here. So I'm gonna say if the string that I'm slicing at is a palindrome. So is palindrome. I'm gonna write the excuse me. I'm gonna write the palindrome function a little bit later. But basically, I'm gonna slicing the string into the from the beginning to the index I, and I start from 1, right? So if I start from 1, that means the first one that I'm judging is if A itself is a palindrome. If A is a palindrome, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the depth first search on SI. So basically, I want to start from the first character. So basically, run depth first search on AB, if that makes sense to you. If A is a palindrome, I'm gonna run depth first search on AB. That's basically what it means here, because I passed another parameter, also the path, right? And when I run the path, it will be the original path plus on top of what the S I is partitioned at. So basically, the path will be original path added to add the path of A. So the path become A in this case, but I'm running depth first search on the string AB in this case. So then that's the main part of the depth first search function. And then I'm gonna write the palindrome function is palindrome. So I'm gonna pass the parameter as a string. So it's actually pretty straightforward to write a palindrome, because if the string is read same backward and forward, so essentially what you wanted to return is the string is equal to, this is how you do in Python. You read the string itself, and if you read it the backward, is if they are the same, it will return true. If they are different, then return false. That's how you judge it as if it's a palindrome. And I'm gonna assign a result. So basically the result I append it here, and then I'm gonna call the defer search function. And the string is one of the parameter I'm gonna pass to, and the second one is the path pass. I want to start from our empty path, right? So after that, I'm gonna return the result. I hope this is helpful, and please give me a thumbs up if you like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you with more Leetcode questions. Bye bye.